Hello students. In continuation with my previous video lessons on consumers equilibrium, that is the second chapter from your microeconomics part, in today's video lesson I am going to proceed with the budget line. As I have discussed about the indifference curve, properties of indifference curve in my last video lesson from the ordinal utility approach, there is one more important thing is left to find out the consumer's equilibrium, that is budget line. So, that part I will discuss today, means I will give you a brief discussion, means brief introduction about that budget line. Okay. Now, before going to that budget line, actually we need to know what is budget, what is budget set as well. So, here we will see what is budget and budget set. Now, for a consumer, okay, budget is what? Budget is simply the purchasing power of that consumer or that person. The person is having 10 rupees. So, the person's budget or purchasing power is of 10 rupees, means he or she can buy any product or two products from that 10 rupees. Now, the thing is that as we have assumed that there will be only two commodities in case of indifference curve as well as in budget line also, we will consider what? There will be only two goods which the consumer is going to purchase. So, budget is something that the quantities of, means for which the quantities of two goods the consumer can purchase at a given price level. Okay. Now, the consumer can purchase less than his or her budget or more or equal to that. Okay. He or she cannot purchase more than that budget. If the person is having 10 rupees, he can spend that 10 rupees to purchase those two commodity. Okay. He cannot purchase say for example those commodities in such a quantity for which he has to pay 15 rupees, because he is having only 10 rupees. So, either he will purchase less than 10 rupees, okay, or he can purchase equal to that 10 rupees. He cannot purchase more than that. Okay. Now, budget set is what? Budget set gives you the set of possible combinations of those two goods, okay, which a consumer can afford with the given income, means of that person's income, given income, and at the given price level. Okay, means suppose product cost, means there is a two goods X and Y, and its price is say suppose 1 rupee. Okay, so if the person is having 10 rupees only, so either he can purchase all the 10 units of X or 10 units of Y, then in that case he has to sacrifice the other commodity, or else the person can purchase 9 units of X, 1 units of Y, or else he can purchase say suppose 8 units of X and 1 units of Y, also he can purchase. At that time he required only 9 rupees. So, he can purchase or she can purchase within that income or equal to that income, okay, and whatever combinations he will get from that budget, actually that those possible combinations will be considered as the budget set. Thus, the budget set includes all possible bundles, as I said, which cost less than or equal to the consumer's money income at given prices. Now, what is budget schedule? Okay. As I mentioned earlier, schedule is something which is represented in a tabular form, actually. Okay. So, here suppose the consumer has an income of rupees 20, and there is two commodities, say for example X and Y, and the price of X is rupees 4 and price of y is, say suppose, rupees 2. Now see on the table, or this is the budget schedule actually, where all the possible combinations are given, combinations of these two goods x and y is given, for which the consumer can spend his or her entire income, that is 20 rupees. He can or she can purchase less than that. Okay, that will be also comes under this set, but here especially I have written or calculated it in a such a way that here you can see the combinations name on the first column, then the x, the how much quantity of x and y is he can or she can purchase, it is written on the second and third column respectively, and then the money spent or equal to income, means you will, if you see the values at the end, it's all give you the 20 rupees, means whatever combinations of x and y that person is going to purchase, it for that the person has to spend the entire income. Okay. So as you can see in the first combination, that is which is named as E, okay, capital E, for under which you have 5 units of x and 0 unit of y, because the price of x is rupees 4, so 5 into 4 20 rupees, so already the person spent his entire income on commodity x, so y he will not get. Now suppose he wants to buy 2 units of y, so at that time he will get 4 units of x. Okay, so in this way you can calculate it, and this is the budget schedule. Now with the help of this budget schedule, we can draw a budget line. Then I will define, or I will give you the definition of this budget line. So let's take this budget schedule, and once we plot this combinations on a plane, okay, where we have considered commodity x, here we named it as apple, okay, on the x axis, and commodity y, that is banana, on the y axis. Then we can now plot all these points, okay, all these combinations, 5.0 5 0, okay, so this is the point E. Then combination F gives you 4 2, so this is F point, where you can see x is 4 and y is 2, okay, like this you will get G H I J. Okay, now if you draw a locus from this points, all these points, you will get a straight line, and that is that line is nothing but the budget line. It gives you the budget line. Now the person or the consumer having this budget, okay, rupees 20, he or she can purchase or choose any combinations, okay, or any point on this budget line, or also he can or she can spend less than that or within the budget line. Okay, so here as you can see, there is a point D. So this point D the person can easily attain, okay, and here the person has to spend less money. Okay, here the person can spend only 5 to 6 rupees, and he or she can get the things. Okay, at this time what happened, it indicates actually that income is underspent. His income is 20, but he spent less than that. Okay, that can be happen. But if you consider this point, this is C, point C, which is outside the budget line. Now this is unattainable combination, because his budget or her budget is only rupees 20, and the person cannot buy more than that. Okay, and as we can see easily that it is outside this budget line, okay, far away from this budget line, so it's very costly, it is not affordable for the person. Okay, that is why this combination, okay, here whatever combination of x and y will get, that combination is unattainable for this consumer. Okay, so let's define the budget line. Budget line is simply the graphical representation of all possible combinations of two goods which the consumer can purchase by spending his or her entire income at the given prices. The person can spend less money, but budget line gives you what? That line, okay, or that borderline which you will get by the all the combinations of two goods which the consumer can purchase by spending the person's full income. Okay. Now, as I said, the combinations on the budget line are such that their cost of purchase is equal to the income of the consumer. Okay, but within the budget line, okay, or below the points lying below the budget line, as we have seen point D on the diagram, okay, is attainable point, okay, because at that time the person is spending less money. But the points lying outside the budget line is not attainable because that is not affordable for that person. Okay. Now, see, budget line can be expressed with this expression then, if we consider income of the consumer as M and the price of the commodity X as Px and price of commodity Y as Py, and quantity X is Qx and quantity of Y as Qy, then we can see this type of relation actually, where the income of the consumer, that is M, is equals to cost of purchasing the goods, that is Px into Qx plus Py into Qy. Okay, so this is an algebraic expression, or you can say equation of this budget line, which simply we can write in this way: M equals to Px into Qx plus Py into Qy. Okay. Now, what is the slope of this budget line? Slope of this budget line is equals to what? The units of the commodity Y willing to sacrifice divided by units of X willing to gain. Here we have considered X and Y, that is why we have named it in this way. So, it's nothing, but if you consider it as a B like this name, so you can put those names. The thing is that you have to see that which one you are sacrificing to get which commodity. Okay, so basically it's the formula is units of a commodity willing to sacrifice divided by units of another commodity willing to gain. This is equals to nothing but the change in Y divided by change in X, that is delta Y by delta X. Now, this slope of the budget line can be calculated with the help of another formula, that is ratio of the price of the two goods, that is Px by Py, this one. Okay. So, this delta Y by delta X equals to, also you can write Px by Py. Now, this is nothing but the slope of the budget line, and it is also known as the MRE, that is marginal rate of exchange. It states that the quantity of Y the consumer has to give up to get one more unit of commodity X. Okay. Now, see the properties of budget line. First of all, budget line is downward sloping. Why this is so? Because as we have seen that if the consumer wants to purchase more of commodity X, the consumer needs to decrease or reduce the consumption of commodity Y. Okay, at a time the consumer cannot increase the consumption of X and Y at a time with the given income level. Okay. So, there is a negative relationship between the commodity X and commodity Y. That is why the budget line which we get with the help of this combinations of this X and Y is a downward sloping or negatively sloped line. Second property of the budget line is it is a straight line. Why this is so? Because as we have seen in the last slide that slope of the budget line is simply the price ratio, okay, that is Px by Py, and we know the price of these two commodities are always constant or same. So whatever value you will get, the ratio of this price says will be always same, okay. For an example, for a given amount actually, or given example. So this the slope of the budget line will be also a constant one, and if it is a constant one, then we will get what? A straight line, okay. So budget line, keep it in your mind, budget line is a straight line. Why? Because its slope gives you the constant value, okay. So this is all for today. Next day I will discuss about the change in the budget line, and then we will move up to the consumers equilibrium and all. So for the time being, thank you students.